Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Monolith. Moi drodzy, po nagraniu poprzedniego odcinka chodziłem po tych wszystkich lokacjach i szukałem w jaki sposób mógłbym wykorzystać hak, który wzięliśmy. Mamy też 3 paski napinające. I wiecie co? Nic tak naprawdę nie wymyśliłem, ale stwierdziłem, że wrócę z powrotem do tego miejsca, bo skoro ten hak wzięliśmy w tym miejscu, to coś tutaj musimy zrobić. I wiecie co? Najłatwiejsze rzeczy wydają mi się najtrudniejsze. Mamy tutaj wejście do kwatery. W jaki sposób dostać się do kwatery? Oczywiście używając karty identyfikacyjnej. Dlaczego ja wcześniej na to nie wpadłem?
No access.
Tylko musimy wybrać odpowiednią.
Okay, let's go. So this is where I lived, as a commander, with my family. Yes, that's Finn. He's younger here, but here he's much older. The newer pictures were taken here in the station. So they were here, together with me, and they seem happy. And then... it doesn't look like we left here in an orderly fashion. More like something surprised us, and we had to flee. So why was I out there without them? And why did I come back? Why should someone want me to forget all this? And who is Melissa Luna? C.O.R.E, my head feels like it's about to explode. Please lock the door. I've had enough for today.
Of course, I will keep watch.
Well, honey, what have you decided?
I accepted it.
Hey, in that case, congratulations to the new lead.
Thank you. It's going to be a lot of work and a big adjustment, but I think it's the best thing for us. The right thing.
Together we'll get there.
This name, Melissa Luna, that meant nothing to you?
No. Should it mean something?
Didn't you think it was strange that it kept showing up on this foreign planet?
Of course it was strange, but... well, I didn't understand it then, and I still don't. Did someone steal my identity?
Melissa Luna does exist.
Then maybe she can tell me what she was doing on that planet.
Maybe. We're trying to contact her at the moment.
That might explain a few things.
We will see.
Dzień 4. Zamęt.
Good morning, Tessa. There were no occurrences during the night. How are you feeling?
Good morning, C.O.R.E. So. I'm rested, but there's still so much going on in my head. I dreamed of Finn. I remembered Anthony standing next to his crib.
Was that here?
No. It was a strange old house, but it was a pleasant memory. It makes me happy to know that we were here together. But now I'd like to know where they are, and why I'm not with them.
We can start the signal once we have repaired the communications console. The quicker you find them, the quicker you can ask them.
It's nice of you to motivate me like this, but really all you want is my company so you don't have to spend the rest of your life alone on this planet.
I am merely concerned about your survival. That is my task. I am of secondary importance.
In my memories, the two of them lived in a different place for years, but instead they were here. I think I'll be saved before I get to talk to them through the communications console.
Would that be so bad?
No, but the answer to what happened to them and where I can find them is here, C.O.R.E. They might still be on this planet. And if someone is trying to make me forget everything so badly, I should gather every single drop of memory I can before I leave.
Understood. So, we will look for more information.
Mamy nowy wpis w dzienniku i rozpoczęliśmy dzień 4. Szkoda, że dnia 3 nie udało się zakończyć w poprzednim odcinku, ale nieważne. Udało nam się dotrzeć do naszej rodzinnej kwatery. Więc to jest kwatera, w której mieszkałam. Wiszą tu zdjęcia moje i mojej rodziny. Kilka z nich zostało nawet zrobionych na tej stacji, więc byliście tu ze mną. Wiele rzeczy w tym pokoju przypomina mi o nich, ale wciąż nie mam żadnych wspomnień związanych z tym miejscem. No właśnie. Rozejrzyjmy się.
There is a picture of the three of you here.
I remember that day. It was one of our family outings. And this picture here is Finn's 3rd birthday.
Some sort of manuscript. It's about an IMC employee called Nolan. I remember Tony liked to test read stuff for colleagues. Essays, papers, entire books. But there's no name on the manuscript.
This bed looks like it's big enough for 2 people. Anthony and I probably slept here.
I don't have to lie down now. We need to find out what happened and where everyone went.
No okej. Łazienka.
If you wanted to, you could refresh yourself here.
We have more important things to do, C.O.R.E.
At least I can turn off my olfactory sensors.
Zanim Tessa by zdjęła ten skafander z siebie, zanim by tam się wykąpała w tej małej klitce, to minęłaby wieczność. Lampa ścienna.
There's a light capsule missing here.
Okej, czyli już wiemy, że brakuje tutaj lampy, żarówki prawdopodobnie. Tu też mamy żarówki.
You're coming with me.
Co ciekawe, ja tą żarówkę mogłem wyjąć. Kapsuła świetlna.
Oh, that's interesting.
O!
A 1, a 2, a 0, a 4.
Pomiń minigrę. 1923. Kod nieprawidłowy. Wiecie co, to musi być jakaś zależność między tymi cyframi, a tymi na górze. Może to trzeba dodać do siebie? 1 plus 2 to jest 3, 4 plus 2 to jest 6, 7 i 0,4. Jednak nie. Dobra. Być może ja nie posiadam jeszcze jakiejś wskazówki, w jaki sposób miałbym to wpisać.
There have to be some hints for a safe as strange as this one.
No właśnie, Tessa podziela moje zdanie. Pusto.
There's not much here. Some clothes. Nothing useful, I think. Wait a minute. There's an injection gun here. Just like in the control room. It's empty, but... Is this a coincidence? I'll leave it here.
Łóżko dziecięce.
A small bed, freshly made. Finn must have been sleeping here.
Ale jest świeżo pościelone. Czyli musiał tutaj spać niedawno.
Tony and I used to just love sitting there and reading.
And what about Finn? Did he like reading too, or did you have to read to him?
If I remember correctly, He couldn't read, but he loved listening. These were probably the books that were suitable for Finn. This one is about a British soldier who's looking for his friend and has to solve all kinds of problems on the way, and then finds a place of legend.
Dobra, czy coś jeszcze będziemy mogli zabrać z tego pomieszczonka? Sejfu na tę chwilę otworzyć się nie da, nie znamy kombinacji. Chociaż z drugiej strony, może uda się włączyć hologram i się czegoś dowiemy, mamy 3 wspomnienia.
You know that's not what I mean. We support you in any decision. I'm just saying that you don't have to do it for us.
It would mean more money, long-term security. Once we're back, I could do more, have a bigger influence. And Finn could get a decent degree. And it means less danger. Instead of going on expeditions as an explorer, I'd be commander of the station. We'd be together more often, as a family. That would be good for all of us.
But Tessa, you live for your field work. You're an explorer through and through. Do you really want to give that up?
Yes, I'm ready. I have to be prepared for changes. Be an adult.
But I like the old Tessa too. The one I discovered so many things with.
I like her too. But don't worry, I'm still myself.
I don't want to be a burden. You can be whatever you want to be. President of the Earth for all I care. But, well, Finn does prefer hearing stories when they come from you, not from his kid's core's voice. But please, only do this if you really want to. Don't do it just for us.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
But that shouldn't be the only reason you do it.
Czyli Tessa zrobiła coś, nie wiem, może wbrew sobie?
What is she... am I doing there? She's writing something on the wall.
I am registering a strange substance on the wall, but I cannot trace it properly.
To nie może być przypadek, że tutaj nie ma żarówki w lampie świetlnej. Być może potrzebujemy jakieś światło UV.
Mr. Bishop said our outpost would be closing down in about a year. So we're going to have to be transferred to other places or jobs. Or should I say we're allowed to?
He told me. And how does that make you feel? How do you like being in command instead of going out there exploring?
It was exciting at first. A different kind of thrill. Lots of responsibilities. I can mess up even more than I thought. But change it for the better as well. I even needed creativity and improvisational talent. I mean, there's lots of problems that need to be solved. That's the stuff I need. Even though I have to delegate a lot. When there's something wrong and all I want to do is take things into my own hands, that's what annoys me. And sometimes there's just nothing to do at all. That's horrible as well.
Be honest. Would you rather go back to being an explorer?
Yes. No. Oh, I don't know. More adventures or more security? Those two things just don't go together.
A boring office job and us around you. That's one of your options. But what's most important is that you're happy. Everyone here appreciates you in the role as commander. Me especially. But you're the one who has to decide whether you're right for this post. You and nobody else.
Czyli Tessa wybrała karierę ponad swoją rodzinę. No nieładnie. Nieładnie się zachowała. Dobra, mamy tutaj ścianę z jakimś napisem, który nie jest widoczny gołym okiem.
This is where I wrote something on...
My wzięliśmy stąd lampę. Kapsułę świetlną. My takie kapsuły świetlne widzieliśmy w punkcie medycznym. Więc może to jest dobry moment, żeby się tam cofnąć i zobaczyć, czy uda nam się wyjąć jakąś żarówkę UV.
In it are a lot of light capsules for blacklight. But they're all different sizes. Even if I needed them, I'd have no idea what size. Another light capsule to compare might be helpful.
No tak się składa, że my taką kapsułę świetlną mamy w ekwipunku.
Let's see. There's exactly one black light emitter with this socket size.
Kapsuła świetlna UV. W dalszym ciągu nie mam zielonego pojęcia, do czego mi są potrzebne te przybory laboratoryjne. Czy ja będę mieszał jakieś kwasy, czy dokonywał jakiejś analizy chemicznej? Nie wiem, dajcie mi znać w komentarzu, jeżeli przyszliście już tą gierkę. A my mamy światło UV. Co ciekawe, tu też mamy jakąś lampę.
I'll take that.
Is this the right time to redecorate?
I też mogłem wykręcić żarówkę.
Let's see what hidden things you can reveal.
Są jakieś znaki.
Oh, yes, there's something written here. Looks like a small formula. A bird and then x minus 3. I'll write it down.
Tak, a następnie, okej, być może jest to jakaś wskazówka do tego, w jaki sposób otworzyć save.
I've seen everything there is to see here. Let's hope there's something else.
Ale my tu wkręcimy normalną kapsułę, żeby mimo wszystko na tym korytarzu było jakieś światło. Tu mamy lampę, tu mamy lampy, tu też mamy lampy. No dobra.
Let's see what sort of hidden things you can bring to light. There's another formula here. I'll write it next to the other one. A chess piece and then x plus 5.
Pionek szachowy, a następnie x plus 5. O kurde.
I'll take it with me again. You're coming with me. A black light emitter right above our bed. I wonder if that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Could you maybe flip your optical sensors around?
Why? What is there to see?
Just look at the door until I tell you otherwise.
Confirmed.
Ja już wiem, o jakie ślady tutaj chodzi.
Nothing. Well, nothing that would help us either.
Hello?
Oh, you can turn around again.
What was the point of that?
Biological paranoia. I've seen all there is to see. Let's hope there's more hidden somewhere else.
Na szczęście nic tam nie było widać. Tutaj mamy kolejną lampę.
Let's see what sort of hidden things you can bring to light.
Ale nie widzę żadnych symboli. No nie.
I've seen all there.
Za to tu mamy kolejną lampę. Zróbmy tak, weźmy tą kapsułę świetlną, wkręćmy ją tu, a wykręcimy tą drugą.
You're coming with me. Let's see what sort of hidden.
Są kolejne symbole.
Oh, there's something visible in the black light on the inside. There's another formula here. I'll write it next to 10 minus x.
10 minus x. Drzwi do szafki. Czy są tu gdzieś jeszcze jakieś lampy, do których bym mógł wrzucić tą żarówkę? Drzwi szafki. Tutaj nie widzę żadnej lampy. No dobra.
I wrote down the formula here that was visible in the black light. A chess piece and then a bird and then 10 minus...
Czyli mamy tak naprawdę
There has to be a way to open this.
3 podpowiedzi, tak?
A 0. I suppose these rules could...
x minus 3, x plus 5, 10 minus x, ale wydaje mi się, że brakuje mi jeszcze jednego wzoru.
There have to be some hints for safest strange.
Więc musi być gdzieś jeszcze jakieś miejsce, w którym bym mógł... Łazienka. Ma jeszcze światło. Gdzieś jeszcze musi być jakaś żarówka, gdzie będę mógł ją włożyć. W sensie miejsce, gdzie będę mógł włożyć żarówkę. I odczytać jeszcze jeden wzór, tylko... No tak, tu mamy światło, tu mamy światło. Chyba że faktycznie tutaj coś jeszcze znajdę? Czy dokładnie nie rozejrzałem?
Let's see what...
Czy my coś tutaj dostrzegamy gdzieś? No nie. Nie widzę żadnych symboli.
I've seen those.
Chyba że gdzieś na korytarzu coś jeszcze znajdę. Ale też mogę zrobić w ten sposób, nie? I wtedy mi się podświetlają wszystkie punkty interaktywne. A może to nie jest głupie, żeby zamknąć te drzwi?
You're coming.
I teraz to podświetlić.
Let's see what sort...
A no właśnie.
There's another formula here. I'll write it next to the square, and then x times...
Czyli mamy tak naprawdę 4 podpowiedzi, 4 wskazówki.
There has to be a way to
Czyli mamy tak, x minus 3, x plus 5, 10 minus x i x razy 3. Mamy wygenerowane 4 cyfry. I teraz w jaki sposób miałbym to interpretować? Tutaj mamy jakiś kwadrat. Tu w ogóle nie mamy żadnego symbolu. Mamy pionek szachowy i mamy... No właśnie. Mamy jakiegoś ptaka. Niby się mówi, że jest to mnożenie, dzielenie, dodawanie i odejmowanie, nie? W pierwszej kolejności. Jeden, 2, 0, 4. To też musi być w jakiś sposób powiązane z tym i z tym. Chyba że x to jest 1. Ale 1 minus 3... Jak ja nie lubię takich zagadek matematycznych. 4 minus 3 to jest 1. 4 plus 5 to jest 9. Ale znowu 9 minus 10 minus 9 to by było 1. I 2 razy 3 jest 6. Code incorrect. Czyli jednak to zrobiłem źle, ale zobaczcie, te kody są losowe. Aha, poczekajcie, bo może to jest jakaś kolejność. Kolejność tego. Czyli 0, 1, 2, 4. 0, 7. No bo zobaczcie, że 3 w ogóle nie ma żadnego symbolu. Czyli może o to chodzi, że najpierw jest 7, potem mamy 1, czyli 2. 2 minus 3 jest 1. Potem mamy 2, czyli 3 plus 5 jest 8. Tu było ten. I 3 razy 3 jest 6. Też nie o to tutaj chodzi. 0, 4, 1, 1. Może chodzi o to, że to jest 0. Tu mamy 0. Ale w jaki sposób te symbole tutaj mają znaczenie? 0 i 0. Nie, wiecie co, ja to pomijam, bo ja nic tutaj nie wymyślę.
Finally! Come on, I must have hidden something interesting here.
Dajcie mi znać w komentarzu, o co chodziło w tej zagadce.
This is finally my real ID card. Commander Tessa Carter. Maybe I can find something in the logbook.
You could also use it to reactivate me.
Good idea. But, won't that erase your memory or something?
No, that should not happen.
Good. Come here then.
Registering Commander Carter.
C.O.R.E?
Confirmed.
Is it you? I mean, like before.
My basic subroutines cannot answer philosophical questions.
Then let me put it this way. Do you remember?
Short-term memory cache empty. No backup available.
Damn.
Awaiting input.
Input? Damn it. I'd have to start with Adam and Eve for you to understand our situation. At least you've stopped making stupid jokes.
You always wanted me to be more humorous.
I knew you were playing with me. It's nice to see you're not just a cold-hearted machine. I don't know what I'd do without you.
But back to business. Do you have any new information that might help us?
Not as such, but thanks to your authorization as commander, I was able to access the hitherto locked hologram recordings.
That sounds good. Let's not waste any time. Tony.
No more field work? As commander of the station, everything will be less dangerous? Isn't that what you said? And yet you're on this mission to make sure everything's being done correctly. I understood you. I was always there to support you. But then you made a mistake and I misjudged you. Because of the emergency protocol, every single team member's location was checked to begin rescuing them. This revealed that Tessa Carter isn't out there, but instead flying with Mark is someone called Melissa Luna. Who is this Melissa Luna, I wondered. And so I asked the vice commander, the doctor, everyone. Nobody knows. The entries and examinations, all forged. According to the mission data, she was part of all kinds of missions in the last few years. First-rate references, lots of results. She could be your rival. And then I had this nagging idea. I compared her mission data to yours. Melissa Luna was always on expeditions whenever you had to work, usually while you were out somewhere else. Whenever you had to leave for an emergency, or when there were issues with the radio units, anything that would need the attention of a commander. And at the same time, Melissa Luna was out exploring with the rover. But because Melissa Luna doesn't exist, there's only one explanation. You were driving across the planet in that rover, and fed the rover with forged data. Otherwise someone might have noticed. Me. I swore I'd love and cherish you. I'd support you in whatever you did, and I would have, even with this, if you'd trusted me. But instead, you kept it a secret and lied to me. You always want to do everything on your own and without help. I just don't get it. I want to see you again and talk about this. I'm sure you can explain everything. We've had contact from a ship that can evacuate us. Who knows if we'll ever get a chance like this again. And so I voted against waiting for your return. I want to begin the evacuation as soon as possible. Unfortunately, my vote was the deciding one. Maybe I'll come to regret this. But staying here and maybe even losing Finn instead of you, I can't. I hate myself, but all of the stuff recently, forgive me.
I'd love to say none of this makes sense, but as shocking as it is, it also fits the picture.
You still have no recollection of any of this?
Just fragments. I think it's getting better. I remember the emptiness of not feeling any thrills, no challenges, and the fear of disappointing everyone if I were to return to my old job. The one I really wanted to live. But to think I'd go that far and do everything in secret? I wouldn't have thought that. And that's why I wasn't with them when they fled.
Then why become commander?
That dilapidated house I saw Anthony and Finn in last night. It belonged to Tony's parents. We lived there when Finn was born because we couldn't afford our own place yet. And it didn't get better afterwards. Maybe I thought I could kill two birds with one stone. Adventures for me, all while being paid properly and being able to provide for my family. Maybe Tony thought I was being selfish. And maybe he was right. Either way, I bit off more than I could chew.
But at least now we know where they are. They have been evacuated, picked up, and brought to safety.
They were fleeing from something. We know that for sure. Tony was so scared of it. So scared for Finn, that he even left me behind. We have to find out what they were fleeing from, and if they made it.
We have access to all readable hologram recordings now.
Yes, you're right. The truth has to be here somewhere. We just have to find it.
Czyli musimy przeanalizować wszystkie nagrania hologramowe. Ale, jak to się mówi, nie zawsze więcej to znaczy lepiej. Chciała utrzymywać rodzinę, tak? Chciała pokazać, że jest taką babochłopem, tak? Że jest w stanie utrzymać męża, dzieci i tak dalej, i tak dalej. A tak naprawdę straciła wszystko. Raz, że nie ma pracy, nie ma rodziny, nie ma wspomnień, bo gdzieś jej tam zanikły. Dajcie mi znać, o co chodziło w tej łamigłówce tutaj. W jaki sposób miałem to rozwiązać, bo kompletnie nie miałem pojęcia. Dobra, mamy tutaj nowy wpis. Jak chcecie, możecie sobie spauzować i to wszystko przeczytać. Aczkolwiek jest to pewnie wszystko to, o czym przed chwileczką rozmawialiśmy z C.O.R.E.em. Tutaj wszystkie nagrania hologramowe sobie już obadaliśmy.
Welcome back. Any luck?
Oh yeah, some sponges and a few weird mushrooms.
Well then, have fun with them.
Will do.
Was that all for today?
Yeah, you can close everything down.
Excellent.
It's all closed and locked. How is that even possible?
I have no idea, but I agree with you. I'll go through all the protocols again. Maybe someone else opened it. Maybe Anthony went out to pick some flowers again.
The gate was closed. You can see it on the surveillance cam. She just went through.
Impossible.
Is that our ship? The one we crashed with?
Ale jeszcze zastanawia mnie to, gdzie w takim razie jest Mark, co się z nim stało? Kim jest kobieta, która nas zaatakowała, gdzie ona się znajduje? I co to były za światła, które my widzieliśmy wcześniej? Tu też mamy drzwi do jakiejś kwatery. Ja mam jeszcze kartę identyfikacyjną Tessy i Marka oraz Melissy Lan. Chciałbym zobaczyć, czy któraś z tych kart otworzy te drzwi.
No access. No access. No access.
Brak dostępu, czyli tam się nigdzie nie dostaniemy.
Does it work? Yeah, right. I mean, I came here yesterday to check. What the hell? There's a cog missing. What? Mark!
I hate this gate so much. I hate this whole station. A penny? If I find out who put a penny in here, am I the janitor at a primary school or something? There we go. All set to work.
Okej. Czyli nie tylko my mieliśmy problem z tą zębatką tutaj.
Mark, what are you doing?
I'm just borrowing it. I have to attach something. I'll return it later.
Hey, Fry, are you okay? What happened? Where's Brown?
That's a damn good question. I think the answer is everywhere. Wizard of Oz mission. Don't get me started. More like Baba Yaga the Witch.
What are you talking about?
She just showed up, man. At least I think it was a woman.
Watch your tone when you're talking to me. And what happened then?
She made him disappear. He was gone. We saw her stand on a cliff. A woman in a spacesuit. Kenneth approached her and she looked at him. Boom! One gesture of her hand and he was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Gone as in turned to dust.
Are you drunk? Did this woman not see you?
No, I was hidden behind a hill. Then she started turning towards me. I jumped into the rover and drove off. I got beat up pretty bad, but I didn't care.
And you want me to believe this hogwash?
Yes, I know what I saw. I maybe don't know who it is, but that woman was wearing one of our suits.
Right. You're going to medical. Right now. Have them check out your head.
Może to ta sama kobieta, która zaatakowała nas?
And can you do it?
No idea. I can't find the problem. The power cells are empty, and I'm not going to drag them into the sun to charge them up.
The solar module has been wonky for a while now.
We're just going to have to make do with the other rover.
Keep trying. You have 2 hours. Otherwise, we'll take the other rover and set off in that.
Any ideas? Because I'm stumped.
Nope, the solar module is broken and we don't have a replacement. And the cables don't fit the hydrogen systems because nobody is able to decide on a standard for them yet. You know? The emergency generator by the drilling hole has a battery that it charges while it's running. That one might fit.
Mark would kill you.
Yeah, it would only last a couple of hours, but if they ever pick the rover up, well, at least they wouldn't have to push it.
I'll keep it in mind.
A jeszcze mi taka rozkmina przyszła do głowy. Może ta osoba, która jest w tym skafandrze, podszywa się pod nas, tak żeby wszyscy ci ludzie myśleli, że to my zaatakowaliśmy tą planetę. A tak naprawdę jest to jakaś istota z kosmosu, taki sabotażysta jakby. No nie wiem. Tak wiele pytań, tak mało odpowiedzi. Dopóki nie znajdziemy tej drugiej kobiety, nie ściągniemy z niej skafandra, to się nie dowiemy, kto to jest, jakie miała zamiary. Co ciekawe, w tym miejscu w ogóle nie mogę przeprowadzić hologramów.
Outpost 1124 of the I cannot detect any major light.
W końcu na kogoś będziemy musieli trafić.
Tony, we saw her again yesterday. At first on a security camp, and then we saw her in person. She somehow made the plants grow faster? They're already covering parts of the building outside.
We have to be careful, but we can't do anything but evacuate. She doesn't seem to be dangerous, even though we don't know how she's doing what she's doing. The ship will be here in 3 days.
The return was scheduled for yesterday.
As if I didn't know that. What?
She said something.
And what did she say?
That's not important, but it's the way she sounded.
What did she sound like?
She sounded like Tessa.
Impossible. Your imagination is playing tricks on you, Joe.
You think? She's already doing things that should be impossible. So what does that change?
You're stressed, Joe. Tessa wants to and will save us. You know her. She won't kill us.
You're probably right. Sorry, I just had to tell someone. To say it out loud.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll get through this.
No właśnie, to jest to, o czym mówiłem, nie? Jakiś sabotaż, ktoś się pod nas podszywa dla własnych celów, ale chce, żeby oni wszyscy myśleli, że to jesteśmy my.
Hey, Mark, it's just like you said. The output is getting lower, and the impurities are getting stronger.
Shoot. Alright, thanks. The transport ship has already made contact and will be here soon. Please discuss with Anthony how we might extract the Gaffinium. There must be a way.
Understood.
What is this mess? What happened up there?
That's just it, Mark. Like I said, everything's changed. And we're not just talking about moving around a chair or painting the walls. The console was moved to the other side. The corner was intact, and...
Who did this?
I don't know who she is, but it's got to be the one Fry told me about. She never even touched this stuff.
Czyli posiada jakieś moce, które nie są znane tej ludzkości. No, to nie może być zbieg okoliczności. To na pewno nie jest kobieta ziemskiego pochodzenia. Ktoś uciekał w panice.
Okay, everyone ready? The emergency lockdown is about to be initiated.
Ready!
Very good. Here it goes.
Warning, emergency lockdown.
Damn it!
I saw it with my own eyes, Tessa. She transformed the drill room in seconds while floating in the air.
I believe you.
We have to evacuate with the shuttle.
Where to? It's capable of flying through space, but is used for locomotion on the planet. It doesn't have enough power to get us all to any spaceport. And there are reasons why we are not on the other planets drilling for resources. They are barely habitable.
So should we just wait?
No. We go for double security. We will send out a distress signal for an evacuation. Our best chance is that a ship will hear it and get us out of here. At the same time, we will examine the most promising accessible planet for a chance of survival. The scouts will come back. In case no other ship has arrived and the planet is habitable, we will evacuate on our own with the shuttle.
That is risky, especially for the scouts.
I am the best pilot. I will fly.
I thought so. I will accompany you.
What?
Joe, you can do this. Mark and I have been a team for many years and have the most experience of anyone here in exploring alien planets. I will not entrust this mission to anyone else in my place and put him or her in that kind of danger. You guys set the signal, get everything ready, and seal off the station until we return or you get picked up.
All right.
Good. I need a list of all the planets and the scientific assessment of their habitability and distance.
Understood.
Bo jeszcze sobie tak myślę, może Tessa podczas jakiejś swojej misji podróżnej wylądowała na obcej planecie, jakaś obca istota wkradła się do jej statku i wraz z tym, kiedy Tessa przyleciała z powrotem na tą planetę, ta istota się wydostała na zewnątrz. No i w ten sposób sabotuje obecność Tessy, tak? Podszywa się pod nią.
Tony, I've got some... Tony?
Okay, you go there, you over here. Ow! Crap! Just leave me alone.
Za chwilę sobie tak naprawdę wszystkie hologramy będziemy mieli obejrzane. O, tu mamy nowe nagrania.
No. We're always happy to see you, Mr. Bishop.
I don't want to keep you. You're doing an outstanding job. But there is some important news. In just about a year's time, you will be able to leave this planet. The yields have been decreasing, which has nothing to do with you, and the trade routes have shifted. All those involved will receive compensation and alternative positions, or other options and settlements, whatever they prefer.
That... well... what can I say? I will inform my staff.
I will be speaking to a few of your team members personally. Your husband, for instance. But apart from that, are there any grievances you have to report?
Well, we're missing a team. They should have gotten back yesterday, but there was a storm in that sector, so we're not too worried yet. The second rover and a team is ready to look for them, but so far we don't think that's necessary.
Insightful. I agree with you. Nevertheless, keep an eye out.
Of course. Always.
3 planets within the solar system can be reached. Their calculated vitality is at 22, 29, and 42%. As a comparison, this planet is at 94%. Their distances are 2 days, 2 days again, and 4 days respectively. The ship has enough power for 10 to 11 days, depending on whether there are any complications and how much energy it would take to navigate the planet.
Pretty tight then.
I've seen worse.
True. Save the third planet's coordinates on the ship, and thanks for your efforts.
You seem pretty sure.
Yes, it's unpleasant, but...
I meant you seem happy.
What? No, I'm not happy with these circumstances at all. I mean, I enjoy and miss the thrill of a challenge. I have to admit. That sort of thing just gives me... life. Energy. But I would prefer if there was not so much at stake. Everything
okay,
works out.
Quiet please, everyone. Thanks. Okay. Yesterday, we received a reply from the Calenco. They will reach us in 2 days. As it's a pretty big ship, they are going to have to land outside in a quite far away sector. We have set up an emergency shelter and will get everybody there.
What about those who are still out there?
They're 2 days overdue and aren't reacting to any radio signals. We don't know their exact location. We have no choice.
And that's enough for us to just abandon them?
Let me explain what we have planned. Then we can discuss everything. And considering the situation, I would be happy to vote on this. Okay? Good. So, our plan is to lock down the facility with the NOAA evacuation protocol. We can easily keep the doors to the lab and storage open by other means. Iron bars should do the trick. That way they will have access to tools and food. We will only take what we need for the evacuation. The Calenco is equipped with long-range scanning technology and life support systems. Maybe we can convince the commander to wait a few days. Even if our missing crew members can't contact us, we will notice their re-entry into the atmosphere.
The commander is going to go nuts and do nothing when we tell him what's happened here. Tessa and Mark are dying out there. It's just like when Brown and Summers didn't show up again.
If it's as bad as you say and as bad as we all think, then we shouldn't be staying here, should we? They'd have done the same, however reluctantly, because it's our best chance at survival. In fact, those are our orders, but my offer still stands. We can hold a vote. Commander Carter, I hope this message reaches you in time. I've tried to reach you on every single channel. There's been no reply so far, but I'm trying one final time. We've started the evacuation protocol NOAA and almost completed it. A rescue ship is on its way and will pick us up. We have already set up a temporary shelter at the evacuation point. We haven't heard from any other ships. I can't say when we'll be able to send out a team to get you. I don't even know if the corporation will be willing to do that. They wanted to abandon this outpost anyway, as you know. The whole team and their families, they're all either already at the evacuation point or will be there soon. I'll join them in a moment. We've had problems with our vehicles, but we haven't had time to take care of them. I will be reluctantly using the last functioning rover to get to the evacuation point. One of the broken rovers remains in the hangar. I hope you and Mark can get it working again. I also hope you will get back in time and that I will see you again. The evacuation point sector in the database is 29-14-Z...
That's her C.O.R.E. That means it can't be Mark. But then she was the danger we ran away from. So she was here then.
It looked like she was keeping the security officer from speaking.
Yes. However, she did that. She was a few meters away from him. But she didn't want me to find out this point's name. She said that it wasn't planned that he couldn't speak. What does this all mean?
How long ago was this C.O.R.E.?
79 days.
The sector began with 2914? That wasn't all. The evacuation point should be listed in the database and reachable by rover.
They won't be there anymore, Tessa.
I hope so.
You still want to go there?
It could take weeks to repair this console. Months until we establish contact with a ship. Setbacks, despair, boredom, solitude. And all the while we'll have a mysterious figure running around. Sooner or later I'll be sitting in that rover trying to figure out what I'm doing all this for and if my family managed to get away. To safety. I should have that certainty before I put everything I've got into repairing this thing.
That is illogical. The longer you survive, the higher the chance of getting that certainty is, and your chances of survival are highest here.
I know it's illogical, but I have to do it. I have to follow my instincts.
You can manipulate your instincts. I know that from other interactions with humans. Just imagine hugging them tightly.
My thoughts are only showing me how they're sitting there, huddled up in fear in a makeshift shelter, waiting for salvation that never comes. Or never came. I have to get that thought out of my head. Only then can I concentrate on my own survival.
I do not have enough limbs to physically hinder you. According to the security officer, they made their way to an evacuation point which lies in a sector beginning with 29 to 14. The final 2 digits are missing. Without them, we are unable to locate the evacuation point with certainty.
Okej, dowiedzieliśmy się kilku ciekawych informacji, m.in. tego, że faktycznie pojawiła się tu jakaś dziwna istota. Istota, która wyglądała jak kobieta, była w takim samym skafandrze jak my, więc w jakiś sposób się pod nas podszywała. Doszło tutaj do ewakuacji na inną planetę, stąd to miejsce jest opuszczone. Ale co się wydarzyło w międzyczasie, tego jeszcze nie wiemy. Ale okej, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Gra zaczyna się robić coraz bardziej ciekawa. A tymczasem dzięki wielkie, trzymajcie się, hej!